last sip. Well, not my last sip by a long shot, but for today. Welcome, my pottery friends. Gosh, it's been a while. Yeah, this is impromptu. Well, actually, just because I want to get it over with. I've been planning this video and stalling and planning and stalling, blah, 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 blah. If you're here for pottery, ceramics, decorations, firing, kiln openings, I'm sorry. It's not happening. I'm here to explain why and where I've been all the bleeping time. I'm sorry, but 2025 has not been good for us. And I've postponed this video for such a long time because I firmly do not believe in regurgitating the bad shit that's happening, excuse my language, in your life. I am a firm believer in looking for what works, looking forward, but I feel I owe you. This community is so amazing. I've said it before and I still think so. I've had so many sweet messages from you guys asking me how I am, how I've been, where I've been. So I sort of kind of feel I owe you an explanation. Still, I'm going to run through this like a freight train on high speed because, again, I don't want to be regurgitating all the shit. But just, so you know, yeah, and well, maybe I'll get, oh God. Okay, let's just start at the beginning. Well, first of all, I have told you this before. Our landlord is still trying to throw us out of our rental for the most ridiculous reasons with lawyers and all. And she can't because we are behaving like normal renters. And whatever, I'm not going to go in all the details, but that has been going on, well, since last time this year. And that sucks the life out of you, I can tell. But that's not the main reason. Beginning of this year's hubby got hubby got sick. And just between us women, we know what happens when our husbands get sick, or our boyfriends, or our partners, whatever. It's like, if they have the flu, it's like they're dying, right? Okay. But hubby was really sick. It scared me. He was just sleeping, no eating, no drinking. He's diabetic, so that's not a good idea. And eventually, doctor, like I said, I'm keeping it short. He had dengue, which, just in case you don't know, it's a disease spread by mosquitoes. Especially in our neighborhood here on the island, there was an infestation apparently of mosquitoes with dengue. There were a lot of people sick, and there's no cure. You just have to get through it. Make sure you eat enough and drink enough, and that's okay. Shit, 7 weeks. It was horrible. I felt so bad for the guy. That also, of course, meant, oh, hold on. Hello. Because he has his own business and he is main income for us. No work, no income. I had already been looking for a job, which I got also because of what was going on in the studio. I will come to that in a second. And I've managed to get a little bit more hours, but then after he was better, he still didn't feel well. So it was slow going before he could, get back to work. He's more than a handyman, but let's just call him a handyman just for easy and quickness. So he does a lot of physical work, and that was something not good. So doctor, again, tests, scans, the whole shebang. And then he had to go to the cardiologist, which is kind of scary. And I remember very well, we were with the cardiologist at Thursday, and she said, you need a heart surgery ASAP. The next Tuesday we were on a plane to Aruba because they cannot perform that surgery here. So yeah, that was not good. I have to say, hospitals, nurses, doctors, amazing. The way that they take care of everything. People especially in the USA, are going to fall off their chairs if I tell you that everything is paid for, including the flight. I could go with them. We were in the resort, so we had to pay for our own food. However, we even got $25 a day to do that. It's amazing. But still, he has a heart condition. So yeah, that meant, even more time for him to recover. Slow going. He did feel a lot better right after the operation. But, well, condition-wise and with the dengue, and it was and still is a little bit slow going. This was in, I believe, April or May, something like that. And then we were home after the surgery and recovery. About a week we were on Aruba, a little less. We had to, of course, take it easy. Then I got a call 6:30 in the morning from my brother, which scared the hell out of me because my brother has in my whole life called me 3 times, I think. We are not, well, we don't hate each other. We are okay, but we're not brother and sister like some other brothers and sisters are that I know. And he told me he had found our mom. She had passed away. I couldn't go. I had a recovering heart attack, husband here. So yeah, that was also not very fun. And because we were so long without his main income, we've had to borrow money to pay the rent. So we couldn't go anywhere anyway. And that's what I meant with I had been able to get a few more hours at my part-time job. So that helps. I was going to say what else, but if I'm going to, no, I'm not even going to tell you everything. But what also happened is that I ran out of clay, and partially I just don't have the funds to get any new clay. I live on Bonaire. I have to ship it twice. I know. I decided to live here. I know, and I don't mind that. But still, it is. I have to pay that. It's no use for me to order 1 or 2 boxes because the shipping costs are, what they are. And there is this guy up in the US that seems to have an effect on prices. So I still don't have clay. So I haven't been making anything. Then what I did have was one last workshop, which was planned exactly in the week that we had to go to Aruba for my husband's heart operation. So we had to postpone that, which of course was fine. Took a little while because then holidays came, and then the lady who the workshop was organized for, who didn't know about it, it was because she was retiring. So it was with colleagues, and she decided to go on a 2-month vacation celebrating her retirement. Yeah, of course. So it took a while, but eventually we did the workshop. So 2 weeks ago or something, pieces were all dried. I decided to single fire them, so I glazed them, and they were all fine. They are in the kiln, which is there. Oh, but you can't see that. Well, never mind. Turned on the computer. Nothing, nada. Okay, so then husband is also an electrician. He looked at it, and my computer is dead. So I can't fire my kiln. I do not have peepholes in my kiln. I cannot fire it solely on cones, and because I'm single firing, it's already glazed everything. I without being able to regulate the first part, which is the same as bisque firing, I can't risk that with other people's work. So the one time I decided to do a single firing was not good. But you know, I didn't know my computer wouldn't work. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop there. That's where we are. I am still trying to look forward. I am ticking the boxes of everything positive that happens every day. I mean, I live on an island in the Caribbean. That's one, and there are more. But yeah, we're struggling, but we'll get there. Hubby is better, getting better. He's working today, so yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there, but it might maybe take a little bit longer. I want to thank all of you, everybody who's been watching my videos. Thank you for your support, your moral support, and those of you who have bought me a coffee or donated on my Ko-fi page. You have literally put food on my table, and I'm gonna cry. Hold on. For those of you who have followed me, I've told you about the banks before here in Bonaire. You know, they have their own monopoly. They're a bit crazy, and no matter what I try, payment gateways that you have for an online shop or something like that, they won't work. I have Stripe, but I cannot get the funds from Stripe into my Bonairean bank account. They just say, no, we don't do that. I have the same with PayPal. But I found another online bank from which I could order a physical card. So I have been able, from your donations, to pay groceries. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's it. No more complaining, looking forward, and just, you know, I'm a maker. I've been a maker all my life. I cannot remember not making something with my hands since I was a very young girl. My dad was like that as well. And I was going insane. But because, you know, I've always been making, I actually make my job out of that. I don't think I've ever told you, but I have a BA in art therapy. Went to college for that for 5 years. So, you know, there are a lot of materials I can work with. And if I don't have the money to buy anything, there's probably something somewhere laying around. So, what did I do to keep sane? I kept making. And we'll go over that in the next video. I hope you're all doing good. And, well, again, thank you all for your support. It's really, 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 really very much appreciated. And fingers crossed, we'll get there. See you in the next video. Bye bye.